This is Taco Cabana Thursday Night Lights, presented by the Gomez Law Firm.
Welcome to Ferris Stadium, San Antonio's beautiful Northside ISD complex. The 15th season of Taco Cabana Thursday Night Lights resumes with a good old-fashioned Northside backyard brawl. It's Brennan against O'Connor on Thursday Night Lights. Good evening, everybody. Don Harris up here in the press box at Ferris Stadium. Chuck McIntyre is always down on the sidelines. And Chuck, these are two teams, when you just say Brennan versus O'Connor, you get goosebumps because we've seen so many great ones over the years, although this year is a little different, but still, both still very much in the district playoff race.
Well, it's all about the brands, right? And we saw Brennan, Don, you and I, a couple of weeks ago, and man, were they great. A game that went right down to the wire against Harlan. They didn't win that game, but they bounced back nicely. Huge league win over Taft. They really feel like they're starting to hit their stride right now, but yeah, you said it. I mean, O'Connor, the season hasn't gone the way that they've liked to this point. However, a win here tonight, and they are right back in the thick of this playoff hunt. So I would expect to see O'Connor at their best tonight.
David Molesky always has fight in him, and he was saying, hey, we still have a chance. Our kids will give it 110. Tristan Escobar, one of the kids we saw 2 weeks ago at linebacker, and he really jumps off the film.
He really does. I mean, this is a young man that started his career at Brennan as a quarterback, has also seen some time at wide receiver, but he's a safety linebacker hybrid, and boy, does he come with some bad intentions when he's around the football, which he is and will be a lot tonight.
For the O'Connor Panthers, they've had some legendary wide receivers in their time, and Luke Valdez fits into that mold.
He is, Don, and you know, he came to them from the private school ranks, and boy, are they glad Luke Valdez has showed up. He's made a ton of huge plays. He is their best offensive weapon to this point in the season, and from what we understand, he's also quite the pitcher on the baseball mound. And I know Weston Heiligman and his baseball squad over at O'Connor, they've already got a ton of arms. Luke Valdez is going to fit in nicely there as well. So this kid is something special, a tremendous athlete, and we look forward to seeing him when he gets his hands on the ball tonight.
It's one of the great rivalries in San Antonio, Brennan and O'Connor. When we come back, we'll have our Gomez Law Firm keys to the game. Thursday Night Lights from Ferris Stadium when we return. Stadium, we're closing in on kickoff between the Brennan Bears and the O'Connor Panthers, and right now is time for our Gomez Law Firm keys to the game. We start with Coach Steve Baser and those Brennan Bears.
Yeah, growing up before our very eyes, really coming off a nice, impressive win their last time off. And Don, you know, they had a week off, so they really got a chance to work on some things they felt they were faulty in, so they want to be clean tonight. Execute on both sides, make no mistakes, and with a Baser coach team, you always want to win that turnover battle.
Yeah, and our Matt Roy caught up with Coach Baser on the Sneakers and Cleats podcast this week.
What makes this year unique for us is we're not dominant on either side of the ball when usually it's one or two. And with it being not dominant on either, that means we're scrapping and fighting on offense, we're scrapping and fighting on defense, we're scrapping and fighting on special teams. So again, that creates an environment of a lot of coaching, a lot of learning, a lot of coachability on the kids' part, and then them again turning it into no mistakes, high execution level, no turnovers, and playing, you know, the winning recipe for football, which is basically that.
The O'Connor Panthers have had a rough year. Coach David Molesky has built a winner here, but lots of injuries this year. So what are the keys for him, Chuck?
Well, they got to be clean as well, even more so. The fact of the matter is they get a win tonight, and they are right where they want to be, right in the thick of this playoff hunt. So, again, be clean. No turnovers, no penalties, and when you get the ball, you got to capitalize when you get it.
Here's David Molesky.
Well, the first attitude right now is we're still in the middle of a playoff hunt. I mean, there's still a lot of football left, and I've been in this district for a lot of years, and I've seen crazy things happen. And you know, I drove by the stadium the other day, and there's still a scoreboard there. And our thoughts that if there's a scoreboard there, we're going to play the game to win the game.
Love David Molesky. What a great attitude. When we come back, we'll have our national anthem, and we will kick it off from Ferris Stadium, Week 6 of Thursday Night Lights.
Tonight's broadcast of Thursday Night Lights is sponsored by Taco Cabana, the Gomez Law Firm, Steel North Star Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, Centro Med, Enroll SA, Countywide Service Company, Dr. Drake Sleep Solutions, Christus Children's, San Antonio Sports, Valero, San Antonio Metropolitan Health District, Vietnam Army Grunt Museum, Beluga Air, Rhino Roofers, Texas Kidney Foundation, Air and Plumbing Today, Ron Hoover RV and Marine, Harlandale Independent School District, San Antonio Zoo, and Monarch Trophy Studio.
We are about ready to get this thing going. Let's turn it over right now to our public address announcer, the legendary Lou Calusa.
Profound service and sacrifice they have upheld in pursuit of a more perfect union. We also pay tribute to all first responders and the critical resources they provide our great nation. Standing in the north end zone, we have several current and former members of our nation's military, as well as a variety of first responders. In addition, we would like to ask any veteran, active duty member, or any first responder still seated in the bleachers to stand and be recognized. Because of their efforts, our nation still stands strong, our founding principles still shine, and nations of the world know the blessings of freedom. Let us rededicate ourselves to serving them as well as they have served the United States of America. Thank you all for your service. Again, let's show our appreciation for all these heroes. Please join us at halftime as the bands will play tribute to all of these honorees with a musical celebration which will include the playing of the Armed Forces Medley. At this time, we ask everyone to please rise and remove your hats to honor America and the men and women serving in our armed forces around the world. Presenting our nation's colors this evening is the color guard from the Texas 20,082nd Air Force Junior ROTC from O'Connor High School. Commanding and carrying the American flag, Cadet Senior Airman Zaida Silva. Carrying the Texas flag, Cadet Senior Airman Avery Smallin. The American Guard, Cadet Senior Airman Stephen Quang. The Texas Guard, Cadet Senior Airman Rebecca Thomaston. Our national anthem this evening will be sung by the combined choirs from Brennan High School and O'Connor High School, the O'Connor directors Sarah Stevens and Anna Schultz, the Brennan director Jimmy Garrett.
Coverage of tonight's national anthem is sponsored by the Vietnam Army Grunt Museum. Game Time Weather is sponsored by Air and Plumbing Today.
Welcome back. Time for our Air and Plumbing Game Time Today. Game Time Weather. It's 92 degrees, clear, and the wind is out of the east-southeast at 7 miles an hour. Once the sun goes down, nice night for football. Good, cool breeze. The Brennan Bears will kick it away. Emilio Valenzuela does the honors. And back deep for the O'Connor Panthers is Jonathan Perez and Marcus Fink. And here we go. It's our Rhino Roofers first half kickoff into the end zone, and we will see the offense come out for those O'Connor Panthers for the first time tonight. The quarterback leading the charge is a senior, Ryan Dorn, thrown for over 700 yards and 6 touchdowns this year. One of the bright spots on this roster that's been decimated by injury, but as we told you at the top of the show, they are right in the district hunt, and it all gets going tonight. So we'll see how the O'Connor Panthers come out with some fight on first down. Handoff goes inside, doing a great job of hanging on to the legs of the running back is Solza McCullough, the linebacker from Brennan. Offensive starters for the Panthers include Big Briley Brown. If that name and number look familiar, it's because there's a Brown on the left side of that O'Connor Panther line for about 15 years. All of his brothers went on to play at TCU, Texas Tech, and others. And Briley is the baby, and he's the last one as they stretch it out. Good play again by Ryan Love, the safety of Brennan. That'll set up third down and 11.
As we take a look at the Bears starters on defense, we're going to be seeing a lot of these dudes flying around tonight. You just saw Ryan Love, one of the twins on the ball club. Of course, we talked about Tristan Escobar. Keep an eye on number 2 tonight. Boy, did he flash big time in that game we had a few weeks ago.
Brennan's defense trying to get off the field. Dorn and company trying to extend this drive. Straight drop. He's going to be pressured. Little blitz coming late. That ball's incomplete, intended for Luke Valdez, the young man we talked about off the top of the program. It'll be fourth down and 11. And just like that, it's a 3 and out for O'Connor, and they will have to punt it away. Their punter is Aaron Manning. He's a senior. And back deep to return for the Brennan Bears is Tristan Escobar, one of their many return men. Omar Finney Harding back there with him, and it's Finney Harding who's going to call for the fair catch. He'll let it bounce.
Was it touched?
Inside the 40 to the 35. Thought he might have gotten a finger on it, but referee right there on top of it. Our officiating crew, led by our referee tonight, Thomas McAfee, Joe Coparrubias, Sean Anderson, Mark Gomez, Eric Schmidt. Hector Torres May is the field judge, and the side judge is Brett Reese.
Yeah, Don, I was watching Manning kick the ball pregame with the breeze behind his back, and he was blowing him 55 yards plus when the wind was at his back. So look out for that guy tonight when he's punting the ball.
Caden Glass, your starting quarterback, just a sophomore. We had him a couple of weeks ago, and we've seen what he can do, and we've seen what this young man can do as well. Jason Love, the senior team captain, all-district first team last year as a junior, ran for 768 and 17 touchdowns last year, was one of those underclassmen that didn't get a ton of touches with the DeBose twins, you know, carrying most of the offensive load, but Jason Love has been a quiet, potent offensive weapon for years, and he's now getting the majority of the touches here as a senior. Second down and 7 for the Bears. Bring a man in motion. Glass wants to fire that way into double coverage, and it's incomplete. Good job by Jamichael Edwards, the safety, coming over there to join Miguel Alvarado.
Defensive starters for the Panthers. You know they're going to come and fly around the football too. The true mark of their head coach. No question about it. You see what they've got in store for the Brennan Bears here on third down.
Third down and 7. They show blitz as well, and We'll see if Bazer's offensive coaching staff is checked out of it, as now Caden Glass changes the play.
Looks like O'Connor's changed it up too.
And now we're going to have a timeout. We'll see who's taking it. It's going to be Brennan, who's want to talk things over. We'll take it with him. It's 0-0 here early in the first quarter.
Back here on TNL for Thursday Night Lights here at Ferris Stadium. We have our main sponsor here, Michael Hines here at Taco Cabana. Michael, how are you today?
Wonderful. Good to see you again.
It's good to see you. It's every Thursday. It's a tradition unlike any other.
Yes, sir.
So Taco Cabana, one of the main sponsors here on TNL. Why is it that you guys continue to give so much back to the community here in your 45th year?
Just trying to continue to grow and to show the community, you know, we're here 45 years. Let's continue to grow and show the community and the schools that we're here for them.
A lot of people's favorite holiday coming up, Halloween. You guys got a holiday book or a Halloween book?
Yes, absolutely. So right now we got this new Halloween book coming out. It's for $2. You get 5 free bean and cheese tacos. They're up for sale right now, but they start on October 1st.
And you guys also got barbacoa coming, and then we got something else here that looks delicious.
Oh, absolutely. So right now we're doing a new Frito pie quesadilla, and it's actually really good.
Is it?
Yes.
Let's see. Looks really good.
It is. You want to try a piece?
Absolutely, I do.
All right, let's try one.
You know, I'm feeling better than I was last week, so I'll have to devour this thing like I usually do. Cheers.
Cheers.
That's not going to last very long down here. We'll send it back up to you guys.
All right, thanks, Matt. Yeah, Matt was under the weather last night. Still was able to finish off a taco.
Yep, playing wounded. Taking one for the team as always.
Now
well
he's
done, Matty.
Now he's 100. That quesadilla will be gone in less than 30 seconds.
If that.
Incomplete on that 3rd down and 7 conversion try, so the Brennan Bears will now be forced to punt. Lucas Lyman doing the honors. No rush, good high kick. Fair caught right at the 27-yard line. Nice job by Jonathan Perez to bring it in. And so the O'Connor Panthers will get their second look at it here.
Yeah, great job by their defense, right?
Got off the field quickly as you take a look at our Dr. Drake Sleep Solutions Smile Cam. Those are the O'Connor trainers, and they're fired up. They're having a good time. A little bubble screen to Valdez. He's that athlete we focused on early in the program. Not much, maybe a gain of a yard. Actually, they spot it closer to the original line of scrimmage, maybe a half yard. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Going to take a look another time at this play right here, trying to get it out quick and up, but Brennan having none of it. These guys flying around the football as they always do with Omar Finney-Harding and company on the play.
2nd down, 9. That ball's broken up. Good closing speed by the Brennan corner, Dion Tovar. He was all-district player a year ago and thought that play was open, and then he closed quickly to break it up.
Well, they had to go by committee at running back because of some injuries that they've had early on in this season, O'Connor has. So we're going to be seeing a lot of different guys get touches tonight, you'd think.
3rd down and 9. Change up the formation. Going deep over the middle into triple coverage. Caught and it dropped. Oh my goodness, what a throw by Ryder Dorn, right on the money. Luke Valdez had it and then lost it.
Yeah, what a terrific throw by Ryder Dorn, staying tall in the pocket, throwing into coverage, but only in a place where his receiver could make a play, and flashing out of nowhere there last second. Is that our guy too? Tristan Escobar coming up there, may have gotten a hand into the eyes of the wide receiver. Incomplete.
All right, so O'Connor will punt it away. Another good high kick. Fair catch called for and made at the 40-yard line. And so defense, the name of the game here. Early in the first quarter. Brennan will have it when we come back.
Back here at Ferris Stadium for Taco Cabana Thursday Night Lights, presented by the Gomez Law Firm. I got Tony Garzavale here, one of the attorneys over at the Gomez Law Firm. How are you today, Tony?
Doing good, doing good.
Awesome, awesome. Well, you guys continue to invest in the community. Why is it that investing in the San Antonio community is so important for Gomez Law Firm?
We feel maintaining close ties to the community helps us better serve the injured people we represent. Mr. Gomez is actually celebrating his 50th anniversary of serving the San Antonio community.
Yeah, and he's from here too, right? So that probably makes it even more important to him.
Yeah, he's from here. He played football here in high school. Most of us were born and raised here in San Antonio that work there, so we are the community also.
Gotcha, and that makes you guys different as well. What else makes you guys different than other law firms?
Well, when you're over at Gomez, we have a slogan that we treat you like family, and we really strive to do that. You'll never get a voicemail. You'll always talk to a person, and that's something that we hold dear to ourselves, and we're honored to serve the community.
Absolutely. Well, Tony, thank you so much for being here. Thank you to Gomez Law Firm for supporting TNL. We'll back up to you guys.
Thanks, Matt. Our thanks to the Gomez Law Firm for being a faithful sponsor again this year. 2nd down and 6. Called quarterback draw right up the middle. Maybe a yard. It'll be 3rd down and about 5.
Yeah, a couple of just blood and guts plays up the middle for Brennan. Try to just do smash mouth here to try to get their offense going after a quick 3 and out to begin this football game.
And we saw Caden Glass, the young sophomore, really have a good game against Harlan, showing a lot of promise as just a young quarterback here running this offense. Play clock at 10. They snap it. He rolls right. Facing some pressure now. Turns and runs. He's going to be close to the 1st down. Let's see where they mark it. It's right at the marker. And I believe they're going to move the chains, and it will be a San Antonio Zoo 1st down for the Brennan Bears.
Yeah, nice move here by Jason Love. O'Connor showing blitz at the onset, backed out of it, and then he picked it up with his feet.
Here's Love with those quick feet. Little juke move, sidestep, finds the hole, picks up about 7. Jason Love, one of the special seniors in San Antonio.
You know, like Cameron Walker and Jaden White mixing it up there in the trenches. Yeah, you can tell, Don, you get a 29-6A battle with these two teams and the two brands that we talked about at the onset, and it's going to be some heavy gloves each and every snap.
Malik White to the corner. Had one man to beat, and he was taking that to the house, but hanging on for dear life was the linebacker for O'Connor, number 44. And that is Miguel Alvarado, and he saved a touchdown.
He sure did. You know, Miguel's a guy that had to come into the 2nd ball game of the year after the team suffered an injury, but here we got a big play going for Brennan, and it's housed.
And White will not be stopped this time. Touchdown, Brennan Bears. He showed a lot of spark on the play before, gave him another shot at it, and he popped it for a touchdown.
Well, Brennan's going so quickly, I can't even get the words out of my mouth about the last play, and they're taking it to the house. So mixing up the tempo, really, really helping the Brennan Bears there as they get the first score of the night.
Malik White, just a junior, taking that one the distance, and the Brennan Bears are on the board first. It's 6-0 with the extra point attempt coming from Emiliano Valdez. Snap is good, hold is good, kick is up, and the kick is good, and it is 7-0. The Brennan Bears strike first here midway through the 1st quarter on Thursday Night Lights.
Closed captioning for tonight's game is sponsored by the Vietnam Army Grunt Museum.
Malik White, star of the night so far. A lot to smile about. He's happy. 2 best plays of the night, back-to-back, including that 35-yard touchdown run. And Coach David Molesky finds his squad down early, but they will get the football back right here. Sun has set. It's cooling down a little bit down here at Ferris Stadium. And again, one of the more gorgeous athletic complexes in the entire state of Texas. Nice backdrop for some Thursday night high school football. As Valenzuela will kick it straight ahead, good leg. It'll be brought in at the 4. And good closing speed again by those Brennan Bears. They've got some quickness. That was the same young man on the corner that closed to break up a pass earlier in the night, Dion Tovar. And he was down there on special teams with his speed.
Yeah, Jonathan Petta is the return man. He didn't like all the extra shenanigans at the end of that and let him know.
Ryder Dorn is a senior. He's a football 3-year starter. Played on the defensive side of the ball the last couple of years. He's also a baseball player. He's on the Leadership Council, part of our Texas Kidney Foundation player profiles. And here he hands right up the middle. Straight ahead is Braden Henning. He's run for 200 yards this season on 52 carries. He's a senior. It's a senior-led group here by O'Connor. A lot of experience, but they're missing a lot of football players, and it's just the casualties just have been racking up week after week. Hard to find a rhythm, but they're going to keep fighting you, as David Molesky said they will, and still with a lot to play for here in the district season.
Yeah, and as for Brennan, Coach Baser feels like they're getting healthier as the season goes along. They were missing quite a few guys early on and had to overcome that. So, you know, it's been a slow build for these Brennan Bears as they try to grow up some of their younger guys, and the plan seems to be going fairly smoothly here as we enter the halfway point of the season.
A little more than halfway through the quarter here. It's 3rd down and long. Dorn fires, that ball's caught. Good enough for a San Antonio Zoo first down. Nice long completion to Zach Godby, the junior. And he makes a nice catch over the middle to move the chains for the O'Connor Panthers.
Yeah, really nice route by Zach. And then Ryder putting it right on him, and a huge first down for O'Connor as they try to get back in this football game. And it's a good start picking up the first down.
Dorn's got 3 wide here. Bring Valdez in motion. Ball's loose on the ground. Dorn gets it back. Now he's running for his life and will just chuck it up there, and had a receiver in the area. Really good job to avoid a grounding call. Athletic play just to make that one salvageable, because he had nowhere to go with the football, but he got it within the vicinity of his wide receiver.
Yeah, I mean, that's the old fire drill right there. And then Ryder Dorn just trying to, first of all, find the ears, and then did a great job of just getting rid of the football and living to fight another down.
No loss on the play either, which is very important here on 2nd down and long. Blitz coming, a little bubble screen over the middle, and it's just in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Braden Henning. And had he caught that, there was a lot of room to go after Brennan sent the house.
Well, just a great job by these Bears of staying at home. They sent one guy in on the blitz and had that screen bottled up.
Did it hit a helmet?
I don't know, but nothing bad for that Brennan defense right there. At least you get a pass breakup, big fella.
Thought it may have gone off the helmet of his own player. Here's Dorn. Corner blitz coming, has time, now goes deep, has Valdez down there. He's got it this time, and he's tripped up at the 25-yard line. The connection hits this time Luke Valdez, bringing it in and making sure that he had that grab, 47 yards, and O'Connor has their biggest play of the night.
Well, let's start with the protection first, because it was elite for O'Connor. Braden Hennig doing a great job of picking up the guy off the edge, and then Dorn standing tall in the pocket delivers a strike downfield to Luke Valdez.
And if Javen Dalton doesn't make a great tackle, that's 6 points right there. Pinballing his way inside the Central Med red zone and down to the 15-yard line is Hennig. Nice run there on 1st down, and they'll set up 2nd down and 5, and O'Connor's got a little juice, a little pep in their step.
Well, there's no question about it. I mean, that was one of the things that Brennan was concerned about tonight was, would they be able to match the speed of that wide receiving core for O'Connor on the outside? And so far, they've had a couple of big plays and just connected on one.
San Antonio Zoo first down. Now it's second down as they head back to Hennig, and he follows his blockers down to the 15, running behind big Briley Brown, committed to UTSA, first team all-district last year. We talked about those 75. Chuck, as long as we've been doing TNL, there's been a 75 on the left-hand side of that O'Connor offensive line. Andy Brown and his family, just O'Connor, just they're seems like every year you can count on a Brown being the left tackle.
Oh, he's been offered by UTSA, and you got to believe that more offers are going to be coming in here shortly.
Dorn's going to keep, falls forward. He's got another San Antonio Zoo first down. Briley, the baby, when we first started coming out here, we were talking about these Brown boys because they were going to Texas Tech and TCU, and there was this little 6th grade kid standing in the stands, and he wasn't so little. We thought that kid could play varsity as a 6th grader. He was about 6 foot 200. Well, now he's almost 300 and 6'5". Hand it again. Keep. Dorn faked us all out. Spinning to the end zone. They're going to call him down at the 1-yard line. I was sure he handed that ball off. Ryder Dorn, a magician on the fake.
RPO pulls it last second, and you weren't the only one that missed that one. I did as well, and so did a bunch of Brennan defenders. Then you look up, and Ryder Dorn knocking in the doorstep.
Tip of the cap to Hennig as well, who sold the fake as well as Dorn did. So it's 1st and goal. The San Antonio Zoo first down. Snap back to Dorn. That time he walks in. Touchdown O'Connor. And we've got ourselves a tied ball game. The Panthers are on the board.
Well, it's amazing how quickly you can flip a season, right? Nothing's gone your way in terms of wins and losses this year. In terms of wins for O'Connor, but there is a lot to play for tonight. And, we talked about this at the onset. I mean, they could turn their whole season around with this game here tonight. And what an answer they just had for Brennan going down the field and getting their 6.
He goes in behind Zaj Walker. He's the other side of that line. He's 6'3", 325. So some big boys paving the way for the O'Connor Panthers here in the first quarter. Let's flash back to 2017. The Panthers have had some legendary quarterbacks in their time. Straight drop. Sanchez now rolls back to his left. Gonna run it. He's got some room. Roel Sanchez gonna stick his head down for the goal line, and he's got a touchdown. Wow. Roel Sanchez, leader of some of those great teams in O'Connor Panther history. And they're fighting here tonight, tied this ball game up. We got a minute left to go here in the first quarter. And Chuck, we were talking about all the Browns, and Briley's the final one. We were talking about, hey, he's like a 6th grader, and we thought he could play varsity. He's all grown up. There's another one. It's Bethany. She's a freshman. She plays volleyball, and she's on the dance team. So give a shout out to Bethany. There's Bethany. There's one more Brown left in the pipeline right at O'Connor.
That's outstanding. You see the Browns down there, their jerseys on. Seems like they don't miss a game.
For like 15, 20 years. They've all grown up, graduated from places, like I said, Texas Tech, TCU, and coaching in this district as well. And Briley's been really sold on Jeff Traylor. I think he's going to choose the Roadrunners even if other offers come in, because he's all in on UTSA at this point.
Yeah, and Coach Molesky said that if he was in the predicting game, he would say that Brown is going to be a 4-year starter if he goes to UTSA.
Yeah, I think they're recruiting me at center as well. They hand it to White. Last time he touched the ball, he went the distance. He makes another nice move here and a big gain close to the first down marker. Malik White showing that he's as explosive as Jason Love, and they will be a San Antonio Zoo first down. Glass rolling out. There's Love, and Love's upended. Good tackle there by number 17 of that O'Connor defense, Harmon. The corner coming up and submarining him.
Yeah, right for those legs and make sure you make contact. And that's exactly what Harmon did. Don, I'm having a hard time keeping my eye on the ball. There are so many great matchups in this football game, and you can see literally 11 on 11 action any place on the field so far in this football game.
Second down and 8 for Glass. He lets the clock run out. That's the end of the first quarter, and it's all tied up at 7. The O'Connor Panthers answer, drive down the field, tie it up. We're all even when we come back for second quarter action here on Taco Cabana Thursday Night Lights. Chuck's been acting funny, and now I know why.
Dude, I don't need a full moon for that.
Beautiful full moon here over Ferris Stadium. Time for our Harlandale Independent School District first half highlights. After having the longest play of the game, Malik White came back on the very next play and outdid it. 35 yards going to the house, touchdown. The Brennan Bears struck first midway through the first quarter. Then after a 47-yard pass to Luke Valdez from Ryder Dorn, Ryder finishes the drive with the 1-yard plunge. And it's all tied up here going to second quarter action. In fact, it's second down and 8 for the Brennan Bears as they change direction as we take a look at our first quarter stats. Glass play action, fakes, bubble screen, and taken off to the 40, to the 35, to the 30, and coming up with a hammy is Melvin Kahn, and he is in a lot of pain. You could see him pull up after picking up a first down. Countywide Service Company first down. Let's see what happens here.
Yeah, he got it and then waited for his blockers, and man, were there some on that play. And then all of a sudden, once he gets right here, something happened. Hamstring grabs him, or a muscle in that leg, and he just could not catch that next gear, obviously, and we'll hope he's okay.
It is good for a Countywide Service Company first down as Kahn is checked out on the sideline. Glass looking over the defense, now looks to his right-hand side, now fires over the middle. Good coverage down there by the O'Connor defense, double covered the intended wide receiver Lucius Lyman, and now we have whistles. Pretty clean game. Don't recall a lot of flags until this one right here, 0. This will be our first penalty of the night.
Dead ball, unsportsmanlike, offense. 50 yards from the previous spot, second down.
All right, so that'll back up the Brennan Bears after a personal foul call.
Yeah, I mean, these two teams have really been getting after it tonight on the play that got Brennan down the field. I know you saw that play, Don, at the top of your screen. What an absolutely crushing block that was by Ryan Watson to help spring on the bubble screen. That's what kind of ball game we're in for here the rest of the way, me feels.
Looks like they want to run it again. They do. But this time O'Connor snuffs it out, and that could have been a late flag. And now here it comes as the young man was celebrating, shoved the runner of the football back to the ground.
It's Aaron Manning.
Yeah, he's like, what did I do? I don't think intended to, but when he jumped up to celebrate, he slammed the guy he just tackled back to the ground in his exuberance. And now O'Connor
timeout.
Wants to take a timeout. I think it's just so David Molesky can give him an earful. They haven't moved the football yet, though, so I haven't seen the fact that they were going to mark off the yardage. We'll take a timeout. We'll figure it out when he gets back. All right, check out Aaron Manning at the end of this play. You can see he's very happy to make the tackle. He jumps up and then he shoves the player back down, and officials all over it. David Molesky didn't like it, thought it was just a celebration, but if you're the ball carrier, you think otherwise as well. Countywide Service Company first down, and Glass keeps after a little confusion on the zone read on whether or not he was going to give it to Love or not. Nice gain, though, on first down. Sets up second down and 6.
Yeah, keep your eye on the trenches, man. This game is going next level with intensity.
Bouncing forward for another 4 or 5 is Micah Thompson, the sophomore. Brennan going quick with a bunch of different ball carriers here tonight. Now they check it down. Bring Love to the left side of the formation. And they'll look over one more time. Plenty of time, 13 to snap it. And here's Glass to Love, going to the outside, trying to get to the corner, and does. Jason Love to the 10. He's brought down inside the 10 at the 9-yard line. Good for a Countywide Service Company first down as the Bears move inside the Central Med red zone, and they're going to go quickly again here. It'll be first and goal from right at the 9.5. Well, they mark it outside the 10.
A good backside pursuit from Manning, 28. That guy's been all over the field. He only can punt the ball, but he can tackle and get on you too, as we've seen.
Whistles here. Molesky's still barking at our lead official, and he wants a timeout. You know, coming up at halftime, we'll spotlight a couple of teams that are making differences in our communities with the Beyond the Game program. We bring it to you every week. It's awesome. Let's hear more about this initiative from San Antonio Sports' Jenny Carnes and Valero.
Beyond the Game is an initiative that works with all of our school districts to encourage high school and middle school teams to make a difference within their student population and serve our community. We know that students who participate in team sports are setting the foundation for their future in the workplace by learning teamwork, unselfishness, and respect. This program recognizes high school and middle school teams for working together to make a difference in our community.
The values of integrity, respect, teamwork, excellence, and community service are the backbone of Valero's long-standing culture, and we are honored to partner with Beyond the Game to recognize these exceptional students in their endeavors.
Having Valero as a teammate for Beyond the Game will help this program continue to positively impact more teams, coaches, and families. 4 teams will be recognized during the San Antonio All-Star football game in the Alamo Dome. If you want to nominate a team, you can visit sanantoniosports.org and learn more about the program and nominate your team today.
Chuck's got his phone out right now. He is scanning the QR code.
Yeah, that'll take a couple minutes. You got to find out how to turn on the phone first.
David Molesky's fired up, gets his defense fired up. Coach Molesky telling me before the game his grandson, 26-month-old, is just a ball of intensity. I said, I wonder where he gets that from.
A DNA splinter, eh? Hello.
High snap, ball's loose. It's still loose, and O'Connor, I think, has come up with it. And they have. And look at Molesky, he's fired up. He was telling his guys, he was telling me before the game, sometimes you just need some luck to go your way. And he said, you make your own luck with your play, and they made it there on the hustle for the loose ball.
Well, it's interesting. I was talking to Coach Baser before the game, and he actually said snapping has been an issue at times with this team this year. They felt like they gotten some things figured out, but an old habit reared its ugly head right there.
And Aaron Manning, who had the penalty earlier in the drive, comes up with the hustle play to make that happen. It's a county-wide first down as Dorn throws over the middle, complete again. And that time it's Locke. He too looks familiar. Big 15 and a tight end and a big 15 jersey for O'Connor reminds us of his big brother. Went on to play at Louisiana Tech. A little confusion in the backfield. Dorn will throw it away. Nice misdirection, but I think they might have confused themselves on that snap.
Well, can't say enough about Ryder Dorn as an athlete, too. I mean, this is a guy that was a 2-year starter in their secondary. And, you know, he went to camp this year, and they had a bunch of guys that they were training to be quarterbacks, and he came out the other side of it. So, you know, he's kind of learning on the fly, too, as we go through this season. Good job there, saving the down from
third down and 2.
Yard loss.
They'll throw for it. They throw to the corner to Valdez. He goes up, catches the football, flag down. Did he push off or was he interfered with? That will be the call of the side judge who threw his flag, and it looks like it's going to just go this way. They're going to decline it. It's going to be pass interference, and it's going to be a first down for the O'Connor Panthers.
Yeah, easy call for the officials to make. He's basically getting tackled while the ball's in the air. So good job staying with that football regardless by Luke Valdez.
28 yards on the game. A countywide service company first down, and what a call on 3rd and 2. Dorn keeps, sleight of hand again. Cuts inside to the 30, gain of about 5 on first down. O'Connor going with some quickness, and let's see if Dorn gets up a little slowly here. He lost his helmet, which means he's going to have to come out for a play, and let's hope that's all it is. I think he's okay. Maybe got some of that rubber pellets in his eye. He's good to go. Got to sit out one play, though, and Declan Cock will come in at quarterback for the one snap, and O'Connor's going to burn another time out here to talk it over and buy a little time for their quarterback. And because they used a timeout, Dorn will go back in at quarterback when we come back. Coach Steve Baser hoping his defense can make a stand here as O'Connor forced a turnover, hit a big play on a 3rd and 2. Luke Valdez with 2 big catches tonight. Ryder Dorn shook off that minor snafu there with his helmet. He's back in at quarterback. Inside draw across the 30, gain of about 2. It's going to be 3rd down. We'll call it 3. Last time I was very gutsy call on 3rd and 2 to throw that corner ball to Valdez where he was interfered with. So let's see what David Molesky comes up with here. Maybe it's 2 down territory and you really don't, you're thinking of 2 plays here instead of 1. And Hennig has been impressive in short yardage situations so far.
That was a great play call right there on the run blitz, and he caught him, trapped him.
They're going to do the quarterback draw with Dorn. He's got the first down. It's a countywide service company first down right at the 25-yard line. It'll move the sticks, and O'Connor setting up shop deep in Brennan territory.
Well, they've really dialed up some nice play calls here. Every time that Brennan seems to be calling a blitz, O'Connor's had an answer, and they are really starting to take the fight to Brennan. Lots of life after that last drive.
Dorn very wisely picking up the blitzes. And he'll have a new set of downs with Hennig with him in the backfield. Looks in the flat now, going for Valdez again. No, he's got lockdown there. Did he make the catch? Holy cow. Will Locke picked that ball up late in the air. I don't think he even spotted the ball until it was right on top of him, and he was able to bring it in.
Yeah, lots of air on that football. He almost dragged it in with his backhand.
Great play by Will Locke inside the Central Med red zone. Another countywide service company first down. And here we go, the Panthers knocking on the door, thinking about taking the lead. Dorn, keeper, Dorn to the 2, spins, stays on his feet. Touchdown, O'Connor.
Wow, what an impressive drive to back up the last one.
72 yards on 8 plays. Ryder Dorn, I thought Chuck, he may have lost the football when he spun, but he still had it in his hands.
Like a top, he just keeps going until he finds the end zone.
Kick is up, kick is good, and these winless O'Connor Panthers are all of a sudden showing some life. Has anybody been less enthusiastic when they cross the goal line than Dorn on his first 2 touchdowns? It's just like, I'm here. Here's the ball, Mr. Referee.
That's right.
Both of them. He's like, yeah, act like you've been there before. Yeah, touchdown. Whatever.
Certainly has. Stretching out his old back. He took some heavy licks on that drive, but took a licking and keeps on ticking, and all of a sudden the O'Connor Panthers have really asserted themselves in this huge 29-6A game.
Just a will of the personality of their head coach, David Molesky. And he said it on our pregame show, and he said it to us when we were talking to him before the game on the sidelines. He said, yeah, we're 0-5. We've had a lot of things go wrong. We've had a lot of injuries. But last time I checked, there's still a scoreboard up there. And if there's a scoreboard up there, we're going to try to win the dang game.
Yeah, he also said some fascinating things during the week, I thought, I like listening to this guy, the way he goes about his business, right? Basically no excuses.
Ever.
It's like, you look at the tape, we haven't done enough to win, and we can say this has happened to us, that has happened to us, and at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter. They're not going to give out any trophies for it's easy and we tried, At least we tried.
Well, onside kick here. And just through the reach. was just a little too hot. That would have been a huge momentum changer there. We're back in 15 seconds.
Do you know a San Antonio teen in 7th to 12th grade looking for ways to get involved in the community? They can apply to be a Project Worth Teen Ambassador today. For more information, visit our website or call 210-207-8850.
See his intensity, David Molesky. And it just reminds me, you got to remember, this guy won a state championship playing for defensive coordinator D.W. Rutledge, who was coaching on Frank Arnold's staff on that 83 Judson team. And when you look at David Molesky, you see D.W., every bit of him coaching that football team with that kind of intensity. His dad, Gary, of course, a legendary coach at Holmes as well. Straight drop for Glass, wants to go deep and now does. He's got a man behind the defense. And did he catch it? He did. Jason Love got behind all the defenders. I couldn't tell from this angle if he brought it in, but he did.
And it's a countywide first down.
Well, he got behind all the defenders, and look at him go down to make that catch. A little juggling action, but found the ears before it hit the turf. Well done, Jason Love.
And so just like that, Brennan snatches the momentum back. They want to go quick, down 14-7. 6:01 to go here in the half. They run Glass on the keep to the 5. He's inside the Central Med red zone. It'll be 2nd down and goal as the Bears want to go with tempo. And Glass wants to throw it. Does in the flat. Caught. Love. Touchdown Bears. A quick answer for Jason Love and that Brennan defense. And they're an extra point from tying it up.
Well, we talked about, these teams taking on the personality of their head coach, and Steve Bazer's bunch, they got punched in the mouth 2 drives in a row, and it sure did not take them long to answer the bell right there. They got off the deck, and boom, right down the field they go to square this football game.
Emilio Valenzuela's kick is good. It's 14-all, 5:27 to go. We've got ourselves a good football game here on Thursday Night Lights.
Yeah, just roll them out, stick it in.
So much of coaching in high school is getting the football to your playmakers, and Jason Love certainly is that, and so is Valdez for the Panthers, and both of these coaches smart enough to know, let the big dogs eat, and they've both hit on big plays more than once tonight, those 2 fine athletes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And then we saw that on the previous drive, too, with Locke and his huge size advantage for O'Connor make a play against a much shorter DB one-on-one. It got O'Connor close to the goal line. That's what it is. Both of these teams do have playmakers, and they have found them early and often in this one. Got a ping-pong game going on.
So Marcus Fink back there to receive this kick along with Jonathan Perez. Valenzuela gets his leg into it. And it'll be taken at about the 8. That's Perez to the 20. Breaks free. May have been face masked, which might add 15 to that as we go down to Matt Roy on the sidelines.
Well, gentlemen, we got a great game going on the field, and if you're looking at the O'Connor Panthers, you see that little decal on the back of their helmet with an M and an S on it. It's for their dear old teacher, Michael Stanley. He was at the school for more than 20 years, just retired a few years ago. He recently lost his battle with cancer a couple of weeks ago, so the entire team now wearing that decal on the back of their helmet, and it's orange for a good reason. Orange because his car was orange, he was wearing an orange sweatshirt, he was wearing an orange vest. Something had to be orange on Mr. Stanley, so the whole team remembering him this season.
We certainly can send our condolences to his family. Nice gesture there by Coach and the O'Connor football team. Penalty moves the football across the 30, breaking it across the 40, across the 50.
Hello.
Ball's out. That ball might be recovered by Brennan. O'Connor says they have it. They'll sort it out. And the Brennan Bears, Tristan Escobar, comes out of there with it.
Well, great play by Brennan to get that ball out because they were getting gashed on this run. What a great job by the Panthers at the point of attack. And Henning just gets the ball knocked away, and there's just too many white jerseys around there for a crack at the football.
A collision of the game nominee, as again making plays tonight, is Dion Tovar. He's closed quickly on some completions to break up passes, and boy, he put his shoulder pad right on the football to break it loose, and Escobar was there to recover after a really nice run by Henning.
Yeah, Dion Tovar, all-district honorable mention a season ago in his junior campaign.
All right, here it comes this way. Now cutting it inside, going nowhere. Helmet comes off. That was Makai Thompson, the sophomore. And that means Miguel Alvarado will have to come out for one play. And that young man's been fighting valiantly tonight.
You're not kidding. I thought there was a play on the series 2 previous where he looked like he was a little nicked up battling something, and he would not come off the field. He didn't go tell a coach anything. I think 44 likes playing football, and you could tell by that he was fired up after making a play.
Brandon Wells and Lucius Lyman split to the left. Full house backfield with Glass. And he gives to White. He's had a big couple of runs here tonight, but nothing here. And that O'Connor defense fighting hard. Linebacking core, Aaron Manning, and safety Brandon Martinez right in the middle of that. Cody Phillips. They'll fight you, man.
Indeed they will. And that was a little bit of a late handoff on that play. Kind of busted the rhythm of that play. And now Brennan's looking at 3rd and long. Let's see what they decide to do.
3rd down, we'll call it 12 for Glass. He's got Love singled up, man-to-man coverage. Instead, he looks this side, and it's broken up. And a pass interference flag comes in late as it looked like Martinez had good coverage, but I think he may have made contact before the ball got there. And that'll move the chains. That'll be a big penalty on 3rd down. It'll be an automatic 1st down.
Defense. Ball will be placed in the spot of the foul. Automatic 1st down.
Did he hook him? Pretty good coverage there. Had his right hand wrapped around the midsection. I think that's what they got him for.
Well, there's nothing wrong with Brandon Martinez's speed, that's for sure. He probably could have made that play without the little chicken wing over there on the right hand.
New set of downs. Countywide Service Company 1st down for Caden Glass. Play action, fires to Love on the bubble, and Love's not going anywhere. There's a whole den of Panthers there to bring him down, and they're fired up, jumping up, celebrating that tackle. I think that was Cody Phillips again.
Aaron Manning has been all over the field too.
They'll set up 2nd down and 12. 3:10 to go here in a tie football game as we near halftime. I think Brennan's playing the clock here. They want this to be the last possession of the half. Love in motion. Instead, it's White. Look out. White's breaking free. White again with another Countywide Service Company 1st down inside the 35, down to about the 32 and a half. A flag down at the 47 on the near side. That's probably coming back.
Illegal formation, offense, 5 in the backfield. 5-yard penalty from the original previous spot, 2nd down.
Yeah, Coach Baser really likes White. I mean, he talks about this guy's a true do-it-all back. You know, he can run with power, run with speed. He's got great moves. He's great at picking up the blitzes, a willing blocker. You cannot get the ball enough to this young guy. What a player.
Came into the ball game with only 19 touches on the season, while most of the offense has gone through Jason Love, who had 62 carries. But boy, you're exactly right. Get this kid the football, because every time he touches it, he shows explosive athleticism. Love goes in motion. They go to White again. He breaks it to the corner again, has a block out there, cuts it up, and good gain. Gets back a lot of that penalty yardage, and it's going to be a manageable 3rd and 5 after being 2nd down and about 18.
Yeah, as they erode that clock, to your point, Don, 2:09 left to go in the frame, and Brandon Wells, number 5, doing a great job out there, a willing participant himself, throwing a block out there as a wide receiver.
16 to snap it, 3rd down and 5. I'm sure this is 2 down territory for the Brennan Bears. If they don't pick it up here, they'll go for it on 4th. And whistles blow. Pre-snap.
False offense, number 70. 5-yard penalty remains, 3rd down.
That makes it a lot more interesting. Still think it's 2 down territory with the amount of time left. Clock stops there though with the penalty. Glass has Love on the left-hand side, along with Wells. Wells is split far to the right. Lyman's in the slot here, and Donovan Lard on the left-hand side. They bring Love in motion. Get it to him in flat one-on-one. He makes one man miss, makes another miss, gets across the 40, but good pursuit on the backside by Miguel Alvarado. When you get him in space, Chuck, anything can happen, and Alvarado did a great job of getting over there to get him down.
Indeed he did, because Jason Love, I mean, obviously showing off the speed and the quickness and just the agility to get from 0 to 60 pretty darn quickly.
And what a victory it would be for this O'Connor defense if they could get off the field here on 4th and 4.
Trying to dry him off.
They've got Love in the slot. Wells in the middle, and Lard on the outside on the right-hand side. And now Baser, I think, wants to talk it over. He's going to let that clock go down to 1:18. And he'll burn a timeout here on 4th and 4. We've seen some gutty calls in this game. O'Connor on 3rd and 2 threw a sideline route up in the air to Valdez. He made the catch despite being interfered with. And of course, Brennan answered with that bomb down the middle to Love, who got behind the entire defense. So, you know, you think you might, on a 4th and 4, expect the sure thing on maybe a quick slant. But don't be surprised if they throw a home run ball here.
Well, this is where these coaches make their bucks, right? Because if you don't get it, Molesky's got the ball, $1:17 left, and he's got a sophomore kicker that's really, really good. So I kind of like it, though. This is why we play on Thursday nights.
Dr. Drake Sleep Solutions Smile Cam. There's good energy in the building tonight, 14 all, with 1:19 to go here in the half.
Yeah, this is where you're trying to steal a possession, either team, right before the half, right? I mean, if somebody scores before that final gun goes off to go into halftime, they're going to be feeling really good about their chances in the second half.
I think both teams feel really good right now, too. I mean, this is going to be a dogfight, and I think you're going to find out when you talk to David Molesky. Matt's going to talk to him before we go to the locker room. He's going to have some testosterone flowing. He's fired up. 4th and 4. They hand it to White. White's not going to get there. Alvarado stands up along with the defensive front.
It's been a while since I've seen Molesky move like that. I don't know if anybody was more fired up after that stop than him. Well, maybe 44.
Dylan Young there, too. And Alvarado showing blitz, reads it, gets to the outside. He makes the tackle along with Dylan Young.
Shoot the gap, my man. Shoot the gap. Nice work.
That's a countywide first down now on the changeover. And with 1:13 to go, let's see what O'Connor has up their sleeves. I know they got number 3, and that's Valdez. Comes in motion down to the top. They're going to double him up. They'll go to Hennig. He picks up a couple. And now it's going to be interesting because remember, O'Connell burned all their timeouts early in the quarter. One, to protect the quarterback's helmet so that he could come in. They probably wish that they had that coming back, and he certainly does because Ryder Dorn's getting impatient. Tick-tock, let's go, he says. 46 to go. He wants to score. Here comes Valdez again. Hands, no timeouts, heading across the 50. Dorn wants to go quickly.
Yeah, go and spike it.
And they're just burning way too much time here. Inside of 20 seconds now. Doesn't spike. Has time, fires to the outside. That's going to stop it. Incomplete at the 49. But I think if you're David Molesky, and you would have been told that this game was going to be 14 all at halftime, and after the way this game started with the explosive plays by Brennan, he's really happy with that defensive stand. And his squad has belief going into the second half. Reminder, stick around for the Central Med halftime show. We'll hear from the great bands from both these two schools and have our scholar athletes. They run inside again, and this half is going to come to an end as, well, they're going to quickly kill the clock here with about 10 seconds to go. That'll give them one shot to Valdez if they want to go to him. It'll be 4th down and 6. I mean, how good is that kicker? He's not this good. He's not 65 good, is he?
I don't know that there are too many guys that are 65 good.
There's not very many.
So
Matt Prater, maybe.
One shot at this, so to the end zone, fellas. To the end zone. I always like watching to see how these offensive coordinators drop these plays on a heave like this. You just stay in the pocket, or do you get guys rolling to one side? Let's see how it goes.
And he'll just take the knee. Dorn's not happy about that, but O'Connor is pretty fired up right now. They're feeling they could play with this, and Dorn very frustrated. He wanted to score there. You can't blame the kid. At the same time, teaching moment for Coach David Molesky. Stick around for the Central Med halftime show. Matt is going to try to catch up with the coach, but he may be in the locker room already. And when we come back, we'll hear from both of these great bands. And I'm telling you, these two you don't want to miss, along with our scholar athletes. We're coming back with the Central Med halftime show straight ahead.
Tonight's broadcast of Thursday Night Lights is sponsored by Taco Cabana, the Gomez Law Firm, Steel North Star Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, Centro Med, Enroll SA, Countywide Service Company, Dr. Drake Sleep Solutions, Christus Children's, San Antonio Sports, Valero, San Antonio Metropolitan Health District, Vietnam Army Grunt Museum, Beluga Air, Rhino Roofers, Texas Kidney Foundation, Air and Plumbing Today, Ron Hoover RV and Marine, Harlandale Independent School District, San Antonio Zoo, and Monarch Trophy Studio. Welcome to the Centro Med Halftime Report.
Welcome back to Job Fair Stadium for Taco Cabana. Thursday Night Lights here are presented by the Gomez Law Firm here on the CW35. We have both of the marching bands from O'Connor and Brennan out right now doing their joint performance saluting our American heroes. The O'Connor band will actually do their marching performance after tonight's game. Earlier this week, we talked to the O'Connor band director to find out more about this year's band. Take a listen.
My name is Alfonso Alvarado. I'm director of bands at Sandra Day O'Connor High School. This is my 6th year at O'Connor High School and my 20th year total teaching. So far the year's been pretty amazing. The kids have been working really hard. It's been really hot. It's probably one of the hottest summers that we've endured in all the years that I've taught, at least. But the kids have definitely persevered, and they're working really hard, and so we're really excited about our production. This year, our show is entitled Outlaw, and it's a very unique show that portrays obviously outlaws and the 1800s, and so it's definitely a crowd pleaser, very dark show, but very entertaining, utilizing some old country western themes mixed in with some main contemporary modern pieces. So it's definitely going to be fun to watch, and definitely going to be a spectacular production. Coming up, we actually have a band contest coming up this Saturday in Houston. Bands traveling to Bands of America in Houston, Texas, and so we're looking forward to that performance. So we perform at 10 a.m. against some of the best programs in the Houston area. So, and then in October, what we call Bandtober, we definitely have a lot of things coming up. We'll be performing at the Vista Ridge Marching Contest and our UIL regional contest later on in mid-October, and hopefully we'll be at area and state marching contests. And then we'll be closing up at the Bands of America Super Regional later on at the Dome. So we definitely stay busy in October. But one contest at a time for sure. This Saturday definitely will be awesome. We have some fantastic staff members. Mr. Gabriel Valdez, Jose Marin, and Michael Bradford are associate directors. Our court directors, Ms. King, was assisted by Ani Aguilera. And so our staff has been all together for 6 years now. And so we like to think that we are here to win it, and we're here for the long haul. And so we're really excited to be able to be motivated and help our kids be as successful as they can be. Special thanks to our band boosters and our band booster board, who have been extremely supportive in the past few years and weeks that we've had during this marching season with props and other items that we've needed and the support. And so our boosters have been fantastic. And special thanks to Mr. Martinez, our principal. He's definitely been very supportive of our program, and our executive director of fine arts, Mr. Menchoka, as well, who is definitely one of the best coordinators that we have in Texas. And so he's definitely has high expectations for all of us, but he's also very supportive. And so without all these pieces to the puzzle, our program would definitely not be as successful as it is. So we're very fortunate and blessed to have them.
It's time to vote for the Christian Children's $5,000 band grant. To vote for the O'Connor Band, scan the QR code on your screen or visit cw35.com/station/contest. You must be 18 years old and live in our viewing area.
San Antonio middle and high school athletes are doing great things for our community. San Antonio Sports and Valero are shining a light on teams and individuals who model key values through their actions. This week, we salute two schools whose community projects demonstrate beyond the game values. McCollum High School boys basketball team volunteered at a neighborhood backpack giveaway, distributing backpacks to kids to start their school year. Clemens High School's tennis team hosted their annual tennis camp, teaching future Buffaloes the fundamentals of tennis with fun games and drills. These athletes demonstrated the beyond the game values of integrity, respect, teamwork, excellence, and community service. San Antonio Sports and Valero salute high school and middle school coaches who inspire their athletes to serve others. Parents, teachers, and coaches can nominate teams and individuals that go beyond the game. Visit sanantoniosports.org.
You're watching the Centro Med Halftime Report.
Welcome back to a tie game here on TNL at Dub Ferris Stadium. We have the Brennan Bears Band on the field now. It's comprised of about 200 students. The band director is Thomas Kober, and he's assisted by Shayla Lee, Dylan Shaw, and Laura Navarrete. This year's show is titled Viva. The band is preparing for an upcoming competition at U.S. Bands and then the UIL season. Let's listen in. To vote for the Brennan Marching Band, scan the QR code on your screen or visit cw35.com/station/contest. You must be 18 years old and live in our viewing area to vote. Thanks again to Christian Children's for sponsoring this year's $5,000 band grant.
You're watching the Centro Med Halftime Report.
Each week here on the broadcast, we recognize outstanding student athletes each week here on TNL. And at the end of the year, Steel North Star Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram will present a $10,000 scholarship to one of the students featured this season on Thursday Night Lights. Our David Chancellor introduces us to this week's scholar athletes from Brennan and O'Connor.
Brennan tennis star Faith Hines is, well, accomplished to say the least.
Your letter jacket, do they still do letter jackets? Your letter jacket
Yes.
was amazing with all of those patches on them.
Yeah, I went and actually got it done over the summer and got my junior year ones added on, and I had to go on the back, and it was really cool getting to add them on there. Most of the time, the people who have the ones on the back are the football players, so it was really cool being able to be one of the smaller sports that gets to represent that.
4 years on varsity, 2 years as captain, and one of the few in school history to win 100 matches. Faith's talent goes beyond the court. She's got a 100-plus GPA. In fact, she's never received a B.
I've actually never gotten a B.
What?
I'm hoping this year doesn't change, but
That's never a B.
no. I've gotten close. I've gotten a 90, but
Memo to all you teachers who have faith this year, don't you dare be the one that gives her a B.
Smart, athletic, and genuine. She's a hit on and off the court, but her gift is helping others, which is why she loves working with the Special Olympics.
There's a great perspective there, right? I mean, for
Yeah, for
somebody
sure.
as accomplished as you are, where everything comes so naturally, the idea that you watch somebody that's really working hard,
Yeah.
there is something. Are you inspired by them?
Oh, absolutely, for sure. The amount of time and hard work that they put in to get to that level, it's amazing.
You were in the top 10 in your class, not 10%, top 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
There is Texas size incentive for O'Connor's Zachary White to push himself in and out of the classroom.
My kind of dream school is Texas at Austin, so I got to be in the top 6% to go there. So just the fact that I was so high and I'm able to go there, automatic admission and everything, it was definitely kind of thrilling because, that's my dream to go there.
His resume is loaded. 101 GPA, varsity athlete in football, baseball, track, and cross country. He's an Eagle Scout, and he's also involved in the school's ag program, raising pigs and chickens.
The average day, I would say about 2 hours a day at least, and it's every day. I mean, you got to go. It's not just the weekdays; it's weekends too. It's Saturday, Sunday. So, probably about 14 hours a week minimum, I would say. There's times obviously where I got to just go out quickly, feed, and leave. But you have to. if you want to do good, you got to spend as much time as possible.
Do you name them?
No, I'm probably the only person who does it. I don't want to get too attached.
There is a certain school in Texas also known for agriculture, which begs the question.
You're obviously crazy smart. You're also a lifelong Longhorn. You come from Longhorns, mom and dad, brother and sister. You know, hook 'em horns. Say the Aggies offer you a scholarship.
Ooh. I mean, a scholarship's hard to beat, you know.
Yeah.
That would be a big consideration. I couldn't pass something like that up.
You're watching the Centro Med Halftime Report.
Boy, we've had a good one so far in the first half here between Brennan and O'Connor. We expect more fireworks in the second half. Time for our first half highlights brought to you by Harlandale Independent School District. It all started with Malik White, had a big 12-yard run and then busted this one for a touchdown, 35 yards as Brennan went up 7-0. Then Ryder Dorn aired it out to Luke Valdez. That set up the Panthers' first score as Dorn took it in himself to make it 7-7. We start the second quarter and there's a turnover. And that O'Connor defense coming up big. They go back deep to Valdez and that set up yet another Ryder Dorn touchdown run. All of a sudden, the O'Connor Panthers were on top. And back come Brennan, Jason Love with the catch and then the touchdown. O'Connor had something going late because they got a big stop on fourth down. Miguel Alvarado in on the tackle. Clock ran out on him though. A little frustration on the side of the Panthers as they didn't get quite into the end zone to finish that last second drive. And so it's 14-all at the half. And we're expecting another good one when we come back with second half action.
You're watching Taco Cabana Thursday Night Lights, presented by the Gomez Law Firm.
We are about ready to kick it off here for second half action. Brennan and O'Connor tied at 14.
Wouldn't you love to have been a fly on the wall with both of these coaches talking to their team after the first half of this one? I mean, clearly you got to like the fight and the effort by both of these squads. But something tells me that both of these coaches had something to tell their teams at halftime to inspire them in the second half. I think we're in for a whale of the rest of this football game for sure.
Tonight's second half kickoff sponsored by Rhino Roofers. And putting his foot into the football is Lane Rigby, the sophomore kicker. They go for the onside. Flag down. I don't know if they touched it early or if they were offside.
Coach Molesky and
like
special teams.
The Brennan offense is coming onto the field, so looks like there's going to be a couple of flags down. They're sorting it out.
Did it go 10?
Five. Nope.
Navy, 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 go, 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 go.
This isn't that difficult, guys. Unless they're sorting out the two different penalties.
There are two fouls on the play, both against the kicking team. Offside, kicking team. That penalty's declined. Illegal touching, kicking team. 5 yards, re-kick.
So they're going to re-kick it here. Let's go down to Matt Roy on the sidelines. Matt?
Mark's question a little earlier, I don't know if I would have wanted to be a fly on the wall of either of these teams. Coach Bays are not very happy with his Brennan Bears because they keep doing what they've done all season, shooting themselves in the foot in the red zone. He said they should have 28 points on the board right now. He said it's a tie game and they keep giving the ball back to O'Connor. I asked him earlier this week, he knows this is going to be a dogfight, but he says his team should be up, and right now he needs them to step up in this second half.
All right, thanks, Matt.
Told you he was going to say something that would inspire him.
I can only imagine what Molesky was saying at the same time. What are the odds that you try it again? Because you know Brennan's not expecting another onside kick.
No, I bet they are now.
You think?
100%.
You got to kick this ball away 9 out of 10. 99 out of 100 times you kick this ball away. I mean, you played your hand. But reverse psychology, Chuck.
I would be ready for anything when it comes to special teams in the O'Connor Panthers. That is 100% true.
And it's one of those pooches that's going to be fielded at the 35, and that's Escobar trying to get to the corner. Escobar getting a block, gets to the 50, and 3 flags, 4 flags fly. I saw a lot of hands to the face there. We'll see what the calls are. But everybody saw the same thing.
Boy, this Escobar is a heck of an athlete, isn't he? We talked about that at the gun.
During the return, personal foul, face mask, kicking team number 17. 15 yards from the end of the run, automatic first down.
So instead of a onside kick, where you might shock everybody, you get a penalty. You kick it 5 yards from that spot. And then with the return and the personal foul penalty, Brennan will start their first snap of the second half on the O'Connor 32-yard line.
I'm real curious to see how Brennan decides to pair this drive up. Going to do a little smash mouth here to begin. They're going to spread him and throw it.
They've got Mekhi Thompson back there with Glass. And Glass looked post, now fires the sideline route. It's caught at the 12. Lucius Lyman, one-on-one. Lucius Lyman is 6'6". So he's got a height advantage everywhere you turn. He went up and brought that ball in, and here we go. Straight ahead dive, not much for Thompson. One of our Texas Kidney Foundation player profiles. There's Lucius. Chuck's in love with the flow. 2-year starter.
Yeah, that's
also
elite.
A track player. Track athlete. 6'6", 212. Jason Love in the slot. Thompson in the backfield with Glass. Now here comes Love in motion. He runs it. They give it back to him. Love to the 5. Love is going to score. Touchdown, Jason Love. You got to know where he is. And right now he's in the end zone, putting the Brennan Bears back on top.
Well, I was curious to see if Brennan was going to go back towards the left side of this field, because on the very first play from the line of scrimmage, Caden Glass threw that pass that was completed down the field. But if he decided to tuck it and go, the whole left side of that O'Connor defense was on the right side of the field, and they went back to that play and got the 6.
Good handle there on the extra point. Valenzuela's kick is good, and the Brennan Bears are up 21-14. O'Connor will have it for the first time in the second half when we come back.
Message received.
Closed captioning for tonight's game is sponsored by the Vietnam Army Grunt Museum.
We are back looking at that Brennan offense. They've done their job, and now the defense will kick it away to O'Connor, and we'll see what Dorn and that O'Connor offense can do here in the second half. Kick will be fielded right at the 12. And now popping it across the 20, breaks a tackle to the 30, 35, still on his feet, to the 36-yard line. And nice return by O'Connor's number 21, and that is Jonathan Perez.
Yeah, Jonathan, really good athlete, as you see, not the biggest guy, but one of the toughest for sure. A little shot there at the end that was unnecessary.
Tackler actually ran out of bounds and then came back in bounds to make the tackle. It's a San Antonio Zoo first down. Going over the middle, caught. It's Locke, big Will Locke, the big target. That's a San Antonio Zoo first down. We've got a player down way back here at the 36-yard line. Try to identify him.
I think he was pointing at his leg too.
Crowd goes quiet here. And that's big 71. That's Eric Castillo, the right guard. He's a junior. And while they take a look at his right leg, he may be having a calf cramp based on the way they're working on him. Let's flash back to 2017.
Hands off right open the middle, wide open for Bradford. Watch out. Millard Bradford may take it to the house. Bradford to the 30. One man to beat. Touchdown, Panthers, Millard Bradford.
You said he wasn't feeling well?
71 yards for the score. Not bad for a safety playing a little offense in his spare time.
Millard Nook Bradford, you know him as your TCU Horned Frog defensive back on that national champion runner-up Frog team from a year ago. Very impressive in Big 12 play. All grown up, making big-time plays at the college football level. And it's good to see big 71 up and being taken off. Eric Castillo still not putting much weight on that.
Yeah, we'll hope for the best there.
So O'Connor will get back to work here after a long pass play on first down. It's a San Antonio Zoo first down as they try to answer Brennan's first scoring drive of the third. They bring Valdez in motion. They run Hennig to the left side, and he gets about 4.
And this has kind of been the story of the O'Connor Panthers season as we watch another guy being helped off the field. It has just been one injury after another for these guys all season long. Coach Molesky was telling me he's been coaching 34 years and he's never seen anything like it. And of course, he's the last guy that will make any excuses. He makes none. But at some point, it's awfully tough to try to win football games when you're having to grow up young guys this many in a hurry.
2nd and 7, Dorn fires from the near side. Good catch. Right on the boundary line, and they're going to say it is good for a gain of about 6.5, so it's going to be 3rd down and a long one.
Well, that was just absolutely elite, Mr. Pettis. Mercy. Knew exactly where the ball was, got both of them in. Ready for the league. Jonathan, the junior, what an outstanding play that was.
Davis Stotler has checked in on that offensive line spot. Dorn running the option. This is nice little play design to Valdez. Good speed to wrap them up, but it's good for the first down. A San Antonio Zoo first down. Like the way that play was designed.
Yeah, Ryder Doring doing a great job. You know, make the defender come to you, and as soon as he does, see you later.
Barry Switzer would be proud. Hitting in the backfield, Valdez running over here to the left-hand side. New set of downs for the Panthers, first down and 10. Dorn keeps, Dorn runs down, he's got some room. Almost to the 20. Gets out of bounds at the 22.
A really nice drive by O'Connor here as they try to cash in their first drive of the second half. Square this ball game up again. There's been no quit in either team tonight. One does something, then the other comes back and matches it.
Love the way Dorn has moxie. You know, he's just a fighter. He's finding a way to get it done. Second down and 1. It's Henning off tackle. He's got the first down and more. That scrum still pushing forward across the 15 down to about the 13. O'Connor showing a lot of will here on this drive and some real good creativity by the coaching staff.
Yeah, you see big Zajay Walker, number 77, helping to move that rugby scrum even further.
325 pounds. That'll move it.
You know, O'Connor's always going to have big, beefy line, right?
Every year. It's a San Antonio Zoo first down inside the Central Med red zone now. Ryder Dorn keeps. Now he's under pressure and he's going to be dropped. Good pursuit by the Brennan defense. They got him there. He just held it a little bit too long. Probably a smart play as Solza McCullough gets in on the tackle along with Jesus Contreras.
Yeah, I think what he did was he just, you know, there's nobody downfield that was open, so a great job by the Brennan DBs and safeties to lock everybody up. No pun intended.
Second and 14 now. Dorn gonna fire to the end zone. Has Valdez down there. If he caught that, he may have had a foot in. They rule it incomplete. Far corner from us, couldn't see it.
Dorn was taking the heat, threw right into the blitz. Let's take a look. Great run. Boy, that was awfully close to being a heck of a play.
He dragged the foot. This is a touchdown, fellas. Does he maintain control? Foot down. Nope, ball hit the ground. Good call. That's why he's the ref and we're up here in the booth.
Yeah, refs have done a really nice job as always. The calls on the field. Still fun to look at that play.
Dorn under pressure, sacked. The Brennan defense coming up huge on a third down play. And they're gonna run out that young kicker, Lane Rigby. It's gonna be fourth down, and this is gonna be in the 44 area.
Well, it was a great time to dial up the old jailbreak if you're Brennan. They sent the house, and it paid off.
10 to snap it. 4, 3, they're gonna have to burn a timeout here because 49 is not what you want to do. Did they get it? Nope, they did not. It's a delay of game. So now, that changes everything. Timeout on the field, we'll take it with them. Wait. They did not give them a timeout. They just took the delay of game. And it's going to be 49 now, and they're still going to let him kick it.
Well, they really like this guy. I'm telling you, I mean, even Coach Baser was saying they got themselves a kicker. Lane does have the benefit of the wind at his back, but this would be a bomb from 49.
High snap, got it down. Kick's got plenty of leg. And it is good. Lane Rigby's got a rocket for a right leg. 49 yards. It's 21-17. not often we have a play of the night candidate that's a field goal. How about Lane Rigby, the sophomore, from 49 yards? I noticed all night long that he's been putting his kickoffs pretty deep. But just a sophomore, too. How good's he going to be when he grows up?
Well, it's interesting, right? When you always talk to the opposing team coaches and they ask, hey, who are the guys you're trying to stop? Who are the guys you're looking at? Coach Baser made no bones about it. He goes, I really like their kicker. Among other players, I might add. I'm not just singling out the one guy, but jeepers creepers, that was a missile.
Let's go down to the sidelines and Matt Roy. Quite yet? Not quite yet for Matt.
He's eating tacos, dude. Don't bother him.
Quesadilla. He finished that thing off a long time ago. I bet. 21-17. After O'Connor gets points on the board, Brennan will have it here. And they run out Glass and their offense with the explosive Jason Love and Malik White. They hand Love on first down, and was read quite well by the Panther defense. He gets to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard and a half. Second down.
Yeah, Kielbasa, Bettisworth, Carazales, and old number 44, Miggy, making his presence felt again.
Miguel Alvarado having himself quite a game here tonight. By the way, 44 on a linebacker is an awesome number. Reminds me of the Boz.
Reminds me of Ty Summers.
At Oklahoma. Ty Summers, yeah, it's a good number for a linebacker. Glass fires, nice job of finding the open receiver. That's Lucius Lyman. Didn't look like there was going to be anything available for Glass, and kind of under pressure, just turning sideways and found Lyman, and it's like a manageable third down here with about 3 to go.
That was a really heady play. You're right, because I thought he was just going to hit his little check down, but he kind of okey-doked everybody, right? Looked like he was just going to flip it outside and then worked it back across the middle. Well done, sophomore. We keep forgetting, I mean, these Brennan guys are young too. I mean, they've got a couple of seniors that are impact players, but most of their dudes are underclassmen.
Wildcat here with Love at quarterback. He'll run it off the left-hand side, and he's got the first down. It's a San Antonio Zoo first down as they split out Glass and let Love do it himself.
Well, he's one senior that they can always count on, right, for a big play, whether it's catching it, running it. What a ball player he is.
Just snap it to him, let him do his thing. Again, didn't get a lot of pub with as much as the DuBose twins were doing, but was very, very talented and still found a way to make plays in that very explosive offense. Here's White, and he's met. He picked up about a yard and a half, and then there was a very physical point of attack. Landon Bettisworth. And now let's go down to the sidelines and Matt Roy as we look for 2nd and 9.
All right, well, Dom, we're in the stands. It's Military Appreciation Night, so take a look. Take a look at the awesome outfits we have here. With the awesome hat. We got the onesie over here. Turn around, give us a little spin. There we go. Hey, and then USA! USA!
USA! USA! USA!
Flag flies here.
We're all ready.
The bubble screen to Love. It's incomplete, and it's appropriate here on Military Appreciation. Matt brought you the story earlier of Lieutenant Colonel Michael Stanley, the decal on the back of their helmet, who passed away. And he was a veteran.
Yeah, jumped out of airplanes, we're told, for 20 years.
Backfield. That penalty's declined. Result of the play brings up 3rd down.
All right, so now we're going to have 3rd and 9.
Coach Collenbeck making the call to our guy, Mark Kusenberger, helping us fill in the blanks here. Well done.
Brennan getting the signals in. Love looking to the sideline. Here we go, 3rd down and 9. Love goes in motion. Glass looks right. Now he's got a man out there one-on-one, and he breaks the tackle to the 50. Thompson to the 20. Thompson, touchdown, Brennan. Had him one-on-one in space. All he had to do was break one tackle, and he did just that.
Oh, Roy Bustamante did everything but make this play. He read this all the way, and he went for the kill shot. And when he couldn't bring him down, 8 equals 6.
Mekhi Thompson, the sophomore, makes it a 10-point game with 3:44 to play here in the 3rd. Mekhi Thompson, just a sophomore, showing off his wheels. Outstanding young prospect in the pipeline that they just keep growing him there in Brennan. Think about this, Caden Glass, the quarterback, and Thompson, both just sophomores. And it's kind of how it started with the DuBoses. They were around for many years, and that young man certainly has a bright future. What a play design, too, by Steve Bazer's staff to get him out in space.
Yeah, I was just going to give you credit for that, too, because we were talking about this during the break. I mean, right, you send everybody down the field, and then you don't expect a play like that to go to the house, but Brennan did, and it was well designed. Once that tackle was broken, it was just speed to burn.
Kick is brought in at the 20 and tackled at the 31. The Panthers will have it there, as we'll be back in 15 seconds.
Hey San Antonio teens! Are you looking for ways to share your voice, creativity, and ideas on ways to positively impact the community? Become a Project Worth Teen Ambassador. For more information, visit our website or call 210-207-8850.
All right, so the Panthers, they've shown a lot of fight here tonight. This is a tie football game at the half. Got the wind at their back, got an impressive kicker. Quarterback's been fighting all night. Had a couple of bad plays go their way. They find themselves down by 10 as they hand it off to Hennig, and forward progress will give him about 3. And let's take another look at Steve Bazer's play design here on how they were able to get Thompson in space. They took Love to the other side of the field and then just ran him the other way out into the flat one-on-one. And when that tackle's not made with all that space, it's off to the races.
Yeah, the only other receiver they had on that side of the ball was number 10.
Was it Lucius?
It was.
Lucius Lyman?
Yeah, it was.
Dorn directing traffic, now fires downfield. That's into quadruple coverage. And the Panthers are lucky that that wasn't picked off. And again, that's my man down there. 20's had a huge night. That's Dion Tovar.
He really has. Again, not the tallest cat on the block, but this dude plays a lot bigger than he is. Almost came up with a pick right there. But yeah, you're right. On that play that went for the touchdown, it was very much so Lucius. And then you saw him at the back end of that play chipping a guy so that this guy could take the straight route to the end zone.
And when you run Love to the other side of the field, I mean, you can't help but send guys over there. Dorn got a lot of space to the left if he wants to run it. He's also got Valdez down there one-on-one and just overshot him, but boy, Dorn could have taken off to the near side and just probably had scored.
Well, I thought he did a great job. You know, he went back in the pocket, and then the pressure was coming from the outside. He stepped up and let it loose. He just, you know, maybe got a little bit of that gust that's really, really blowing from right to left on your screen.
Look at the hole right here towards us.
Yeah, he stepped up and just too much air with that breeze.
overshot his dude.
So O'Connor will punt it away. Wind at their back, good kick. Gonna go past Escobar, what a catch. Escobar going over his shoulder, he's bringing it back, flag flies. He gets to midfield. If he doesn't catch that football, it might roll all the way down to the 1 or into the end zone. And he caught it over his shoulder on the run. The hold's gonna bring it back on the penalty, but what an athletic play on the punt return catch.
Yeah, this is a young man that we spotlighted at the very beginning of the game. He's already got 2 picks for a touchdown this season, a ton of tackles, just a junior. Started last year as a sophomore, and you can see why Bazer's got this guy all over the field. Great vision, too, cutting it right back up and getting himself 10 or 15 more.
What an athlete Tristan Escobar is. That wasn't a thrown ball. You got, when that ball comes off a foot with that kind of wind, that's an incredibly difficult catch.
Yeah, and he was a guy, too, that was banged up at the very beginning of the year. Well, man, once he's come back, it has been Katie bar the door. He's made impact plays in every single game. Getting a lot of interest from UTSA, as we understand as well. You can see why.
It's a different kind of athlete that plays Division I football. You got to be grown by the time you show up on campus, and he certainly has that kind of physique. Waiting for the call here on the penalty on the return. David Molesky, always intense as usual. Got the headset on, calling out his defense.
There are 3 fouls, all against the kicking team, our receiving team. Holding, receiving team, that penalty's declined.
1.
Block in the back, receiving team, that penalty's declined.
2.
We got a personal foul, blindside block, 15 of the kicking team. That foul will be 15 yards from the end of the kick, first down.
All right, so you take the one with the most yardage. That's the personal foul, 15 instead of the other 10 yarders. Took a while to sort that out. And now they'll step it off. And that's going to put it down inside the 10.
You talk about a lot of things happening on one play, right? How about that punt? Great reception of the football, obviously, by Escobar, but man, you talk about tilting the field for your defense. Well done.
All right, so here comes Brennan. First down and 10, 2:21 in the third. Glass fires in the flat, incomplete. Intended over there for his receiver, Donovan Lard. Coming up at the end of the game, we'll hand out the hardware, the Monarch trophies. Call Monarch Trophy Studio for all your trophy needs at 344-3777, or go to check out their website, Monarch Trophy, always supplying the MVP of the game and the trophy that goes to the coach of the winning team here. Been with us probably all 15 years of TNL. Appreciate Monarch Trophy.
Brennan finding a lot of success running towards the left side of that O'Connor defense, and Rosendo Quintero and Ryan Watson over there on the O-line doing a really nice job of making some creases for the guy toting the rock.
Big opportunity here for O'Connor's defense to get off the field, 3rd down and 5. They can get a stop here. They can get right back in this football game, down 10, late 3rd quarter. Glass trying to draw him off sides. Now they switch and bring Love also to the sideline, and we're going to have a timeout here. Brennan's going to take it, and we're back in 15 seconds.
Do you know a San Antonio teen in 7th to 12th grade looking for ways to get involved in the community? They can apply to be a Project Worth Teen Ambassador today. For more information, visit our website or call 210-207-8850.
Steve Baser talking to his squad, coaching them up as they get ready to take the huddle to try to convert here deep in their own territory. Ball's at the 16. While we wait, let's flash back to 2014. The Bears are going for it, and Key's going to get it. Bulls over a man at the 45, and look at him go. Oh my goodness, Deshaun Key taking that to the house. 46 yards, touchdown Brennan after he just buried the tackler. Deshaun Key was quite an athlete for those Brennan Bears. Caden Glass has that kind of potential. The sophomore rolling right, fires, caught, and it is going to be at the 21, and that's exactly the spot they needed to move the chains for a San Antonio Zoo first down. What a play call and what execution.
Yeah, and O'Connor called the timeout, and then they made a personnel change, and they brought in the fleet-footed kid that we saw on the play that went for the touchdown, Roy Bustamante, who did a really nice job of not only handling the guy that was coming out of the backfield, but then putting the pressure on the QB as well. But better execution by Brennan.
Here's Jason Love. 2 or 3 there. It'll be second down. 28-17, not a 10-point lead, but it's 11-point lead.
Okay, you're working on your Croatian math. I like that.
I've been saying 10 points for 10 minutes without even looking at the score.
I knew what you were talking about.
It's basically 10 points.
Round it up.
Round it up.
Round it down, sorry.
I apologize to all my Northeast Independent School District teachers watching.
Are you saying they deserve better?
I'm saying they're not surprised.
Oh, I got some tails on my end, too.
Thompson, who had that long touchdown run, gets near the first down marker at the 31.
Yeah, Mekhi Thompson, just a sophomore, not acting like one. How about that for a man-sized run?
Third down and 1. They mark it right at the 30. They need the 31 for the first down.
These are intent to let the clock run?
Well, he's up, what, 11? He will let it expire here at the end of the third quarter. We have one more to play. Brennan, 28. O'Connor, 17. A good one on Taco Cabana Thursday Night Lights. Third quarter highlight touchdowns. Jason Love in for one of those. Then the bomb off the foot of Lane Woodman, 49 yards. What a kick by the young sophomore, but Brennan had an answer as Mekhi Thompson took off. 60 yards plus. And that's where we are, 28-17. Chuck, as we take a look at the third quarter statistics.
Yeah, I mean, this is a pretty close game all night long, and I think the stats kind of bear that out. You know, a pretty clean game. Both teams playing really well, playing hard, and about what you'd expect from District 29 6A, with both teams trying to make a dent in this playoff picture.
Little Wildcat. Jason Love on the carry. Tried to get the first down. They needed a yard. He's going to get it. Barely. And it'll be a countywide service company first down here in the fourth quarter. Glass looking to the sidelines again to get the play call in. Brennan's got a complicated signaling system here for their plays. And David Molesky did not like what he saw from his defensive alignment, so he's burning a timeout here. And we will take it with him as Brennan leads 28-17. Dr. Drake's Sleep Solutions Smile Can. Zeroing in on the dance squad from O'Connor. What a performance by both schools' bands at the half. Wow, it was impressive. When you get those bands with over 300 members, just impressive. Here's Love. He's got the carry. He's got a nice gain on first down, picking up about 6. It'll be second down and 4. And see the strategy here by the Brennan Bears, up by 11. Running some clock here with Love. They've got so many great athletes. When you can gash for 6 on first down, it puts you in an enviable position to run play clock and then run game clock with the running game, because you have 2 more downs here where you can run the football. Love's chase from behind, and good job of coming off the edge to get him from behind is number 18 for the O'Connor Panthers. I thought it was Cody Phillips. It is Cody Phillips, 19, make the tackle. Saw that from the backside and hustled in there. No gain on the play, so it's now the whole playbook's open as you may have to throw it.
Well, you're just seeing some scrapping on every single play in this hard-fought district matchup with both of these teams. O'Connor trying to get a stop here, trying to get the ball back for their offense. This is a huge play for this defense.
Love tripped up, putting it in the hands of their best player, 2 straight plays, but Love couldn't get anything on either one of them. It's fourth down. 4 straight plays with Love, and so Bazer's going to send out the punting team, and big win for that O'Connor defense.
Indeed it was. I mean, you absolutely had to have it with the clock winding here in the fourth quarter. Brennan with the wind at their back this time as they punt the ball away, presumably.
Jonathan Perez back to receive. Blocked! Ball still loose. And O'Connor's going to have it no matter what in scoring position.
Was that Brandon Martinez that got that?
I believe it was number 80. And that would be Zach Godby.
It was untouched and laying out, and then he just can't locate the football, but well done. A little bit of air on that snap, but
it was 20. Right? Or is that 80? It's 20. Okay. Brandon Martinez with the block.
Okay, I was right for once. Well done, Brandon Martinez. Almost pulled that thing out in midair.
Now here's Dorn and company knocking on the door. Inside the 1, stood up at the 1.
Yeah, just like that, it's game on. And you just can't say enough about the fight of these O'Connor Panthers. They got off the field, gave their special teams a chance to make a play, which at O'Connor they often do. And now here they are knocking on the door, trying to make this a 1-score game. It's amazing how quickly these games can flip.
Second down and goal from the 1. They gave it to Hennig on first down. He's back there with Dorn here on second. Dorn will keep it himself. Puts his head down, lost momentum as he got to the 1. And it'll be 3rd and goal. It was almost as if he got to the 1 and then kind of slowed down and put the brakes on. He's done 2 really nice jobs of that earlier in the game where he was able to shift gears, but as he tried to do that there, he just didn't have the momentum to push the pile backwards. I'd run behind 77 here. 325 pounds on that right side. And they have movement, and that's a killer. Left guard flinched, and that's going to back him up to the 6.
Offense, number 70. 5-yard penalty, remains 3rd down.
Okay, so things aren't going your way. You still got 3rd down, and it's still 3rd down and goal. And worst case scenario, maybe you trot out your kicker again. You can still make this a 1-score game. So no time to hang your head. Still lots here in front of you.
We still have that very talented Valdez as a receiver as well. Low snap, fake to Henning, rolling right, firing to the end zone, wide open. Caught! Touchdown, Will Locke!
Talk about play designs.
Good call. That drive took all of 2 yards. Goes backwards, but Dorn executes it perfect to a wide open Will Locke. Nobody within 5 yards of him.
And now you go for 2.
5-point game, you can cut it to a field goal. And you've got the kicker if it comes down to that. If not, you got to get a touchdown. Dorn looking for Locke again, or took it to the corner and threw it out of bounds. Valdez was the receiver. He caught it. Man, came down on it. On the football, right on the rib cage. That was smart. No good. 28-23. 7 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter on TNL. We've got ourselves a football game. We are back. Ferris Stadium, 28-23. Been a good football game back and forth all night long. 7:23 to go. And
Bedlam.
The Pantherettes were fired up on that touchdown. So the young sophomore, Lane Rigby, who's got a 49-yard field goal under his belt tonight, will kick it away from the 40.
Look at the hands team up there for Brennan.
He'll pooch it. And it's fair caught by Jason Love. And we're back in 15 seconds.
Hey San Antonio teens! Are you looking for ways to share your voice, creativity, and ideas on ways to positively impact the community? Become a Project Worth Teen Ambassador. For more information, visit our website or call 210-207-8850.
So, can the O'Connor Panther defense hold again? They've answered the bell a couple of times tonight under the most clutch circumstances, but Jason Love, Makai Thompson, Caden Glass and company have also been very explosive at times. What happens next? Glass keeps, and he's lassoed right at the line of scrimmage. So 1st down goes to the Panthers for a loss of 1.
Bettisworth, Benjamin Harmon et al. In on that play. Well done, 67.
Landon Bettisworth is the senior captain up there playing the nose. Not sure how much that clock's a factor at all now because you got a 5-point game. It's just a matter of whether or not O'Connor can get the football back. They hand to White. White breaks free. White to the 40. White to the 50. Malik White, extremely explosive. Had the big 1st down, big touchdown of the game, the 35-yarder. And right when they need a big play for him, he turns on those afterburners yet again. 17 yards for a countywide service company first down. Got out of bounds. That stopped the clock.
And of course, my eyes are going upfield where guys are getting after each other well outside the play, but obviously between the whistles. I mean, every single position tonight seems like it's a battle royale, and I'm here for it.
They'll give to White again. Look out, he's gone. Malik White to the 10. Touchdown!
Wow, what a time for an explosive run. And that indeed was what it was. The guy had a crack at him at the end, but he just blew right through that like he did everybody else. Wow, what a crease on the right side.
Malik White has an absolute elite speed. Did you see the angle that O'Connor had on him, and still he was able to outrun that defense? The extra point is up, and it is good again by Emilio Valenzuela. And Brennan might have put it away. We got 6:20 to go. We are back. Dr. Drake's Sleep Solutions Smile Cam. Getting a look at the Brennan Bears, who are smiling after that run by Malik White, his second touchdown of the game.
Yeah, and I get the feeling that not only are the players going to sleep well tonight, but everybody in this joint is, because this place has been hopping all night long with some of the electricity and the electrifying plays that we've seen. Malik White, have a night. When you average double digits yards per carry on an evening, 9 touches, 2 scores, and well over 100, that's getting her done.
This kick is going to sail into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And now we have a late flag come in as 2 players tangled up in the personal foul range after the fact. None necessary by absolutely both of them. See who they tag for it. But you've been saying the tempers have been on edge all night. Battle's been going on in between the whistles. We've had a couple times where it extended after the whistle. That was one.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, kicking team, number 20. 15 yards from the end of the kick, automatic first down.
Time for another one of our Texas Kidney Foundation player profiles. And Gage Brown, the linebacker from Brennan's, had a nice night as well. 2-year starter on football, 2-year starter on the baseball diamond, and he does a lot of community service work as well. So, outstanding young man all. O'Connor gets better field position after the penalty. We'll set up shop at the 40. Dorn under pressure now fires and just threw it way behind Valdez, who was wide open.
Boy, this guy is an elite receiver, isn't he, Don? I mean, this guy seems like he's open on every single play. And new to the program, as we said, but I know they like having 3 on their squad. And
where did he come from?
Private school ranks.
Yep.
And Coach Heiligman's going to like him on the baseball team, too. You can tell.
Well, he can certainly fly. He's gotten behind the defenses a couple times tonight. Doing it again right here. Directing traffic and throwing it out of bounds was Ryder Dorn. And this is a huge play in this football game.
Yeah, and Ryder Dorn did a great job on that last play too, you know, climbing the pocket, getting outside the pressure, and it's just one of those things. You're working on timing and tempo, and just didn't quite get it done. But he's really shown some flashes tonight too, made a lot of plays, both with his feet and with his arm.
Well, he needs to make one here if O'Connor is going to have any chance here as we tick under 6 minutes. Gets out of trouble, running, directing traffic, now throws out of bounds. It'll be 4th down. And you would think that with this kind of field position, Dorn would have to punt it away. His Panther team would, and that's what they will do. They'll run out Aaron Manning, who'll kick it into the wind here. And Brennan, you would think with 5 minutes to go, with the kind of running game they have, will have a really good opportunity to run some clock now.
And I would be ready for anything if you're Brennan.
Good call up to Hennig, but he's not going to get there. That play had potential, but coming up and stopping it was number 24 for Brennan, Tim Cummings, right in the middle. Hennig had a crease there, had an opportunity. As we flash back to 2015.
Wants to throw it, going for it all on the first play, and it's tipped and it's intercepted in the end zone. That's a touchback. Coming up with the ball is Trey McGarity. James is going to get rid of it quickly over the middle. That's picked off. Number 7, he might score. Devontre McGarity taking it to the house.
There's a few of them in the San Antonio area that have played football, right?
We talked about the Browns earlier. Why not the McGarritys tonight as well?
Inside handoff to Jason Love. He's still up. He's still up. Now they whistle him down, and I'm not sure that he was ever down. But they'll whistle him down after a game of 2, and there's an injury timeout.
Oh, what a great game this guy's had too, huh?
He had one of these last week, Chuck. Any part of his body down? Nope.
No.
Nope. 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 Nope.
Nope. Good call, dude. Your eyes are better than than we thought.
That should have gone to the house. Never down. But they've gotten every other one right tonight. So we'll give them a break. TNL top 10, same as it's been a while right at the top. Reagan, Johnson, Steele, Harlan have been the top 4 in a row for, I don't know, about 3 weeks now. Smith Valley sneaking into the top 5. Larry Hill won his 300th game this year. Congratulations to Coach Hill. Alamo Heights is really good. They've got a very special running back. And how about those John Jay Mustangs? They're going to win tonight over Sotomayor. They're up 37-15 in the 4th quarter. And John Jay has been, I think, for me, the surprise team of the year. And very impressive with their quarterback Gutierrez and what he's been doing.
100%. I mean, these guys are really, really good. I mean, you talk about sticking it to Sotomayor tonight, and they're ranked right behind him. I mean, you can make the argument that's clearly the game of the week. I mean, how can we not move up the Mustangs this week, even though all those teams in front of them are really, really good?
So they're 6-0 now. Sotomayor drops to 4-1. That game's a final now. 37-15, the final from Gus tonight. 5:23 to go here, 2nd and 8. As the handoff goes to Thompson. He's had a big night. He splits the defense. He gets down to the 26-yard line. Mekhi Thompson, they got 3 killer weapons between Love, Thompson, and White.
Yeah, and getting back to John Jay, hats off to Gary Gutierrez and what he's done with that team this year. I know he's got some special players, but man, what a season they're having.
Good for him. John Jay Mustangs. We were talking about the John Jay Mustangs of yesteryear that had so many great playoff teams and some of the great names. Look out. Jason Love gets inside the 15 down to the 10-yard line. Sammy Morris.
Yeah. Josh Reynolds right now sticking it to the Packers. He's got 3 catches for 69 yards.
Josh Reynolds, yep.
You know,
Going way back, Scott Ankrum.
Yep. Old Josh, you know, he does a great job coming back every year. He has his camp at the school, and always a huge, huge turnout. Nice to see that John Jay doing their thing in 2023.
Glass keeps it up the middle, lunges. They're going to give it to him. Touchdown. Signal was late, but the touchdown right on time for Caden Glass.
A sophomore growing up in a hurry. We talked about the hair earlier. A few of these other players, he's got elite hair too. Little hair of the dog right here, just busting up the middle and getting him 6.
Good hold. Valenzuela kick is up and good again. And that's going to pretty much put it out of reach. O'Connor fought valiantly in this football game. It just got away from him late, but great effort by the Panthers tonight. A good football game to the very end.
Quarterback taking on all kinds of comers, but you got to hand it to Steve Bazer's bunch, right? They answered the bell. He was not pleased, as Matt reported, coming out of the tunnel at halftime. Talked about their squad shooting itself in the foot, and all they've come out here in the second half, it's been all Brennan Bears.
And we've got some great football coming up this weekend on our family of stations. On the CW, we got BC and Virginia coming up Saturday at 1. On News 4, we got Big Ten football. Saturday night, Big Ten football. Then over on Fox, Dion going against USC. That one's getting tons of hype, as all of Colorado's games have this year. This ball will be taken inside the 5. Perez across the 20, drops it to 25. And Chuck, I'll be remiss if we were talking about all the John Jay greats, and could not do that conversation without mentioning the greatest of them all, Thomas Lott, the Oklahoma Sooner wishbone quarterback, mid-70s, San Antonio Sports Hall of Famer.
Yeah, Sammy Morris, I mean, man, that was one of my guys going way back in the day. Man, had a great career in the NFL, and, you know, loved his mom. Used to tell stories about, you know, how he pulled himself up from the bootstraps and, you know, really turned himself into a student athlete, and just a great guy, great football player.
And a pro, man. He had a really long career.
He sure did. Think about how long ago that, you know, I hate that we're so old that we think of everybody as kids, and these guys are, you know, right 50s. Behind us. Yeah.
That's why I point to guys like Thomas Lott, who older than me, and I remember him. Of course, he was the quarterback during those great Billy Sims days in the late 70s, Barry Switzer. They contended for national championships. He was famous for wearing the bandana under his helmet, running the wishbone like, probably ran it better than anybody until Jamel Holloway came along. But yeah, John Jay with that rich, rich football tradition in San Antonio, and Gary Gutierrez has revived it this year for sure. Don't forget to nominate the teams that are doing a great job in our community at sanantoniosports.org, our Beyond the Game program. So many young teams in all sports, boys and girls. Middle school and high school are doing a great job in community service around town with their community service projects.
Coach Molesky fighting to the end. Shocking nobody.
He's still fired up.
You know, we talk about players that we see each and every week that really love the game of football, and I mean, both of these coaches here tonight, you're not going to find two guys that enjoy the game and coaching as much as these two fellas.
Absolutely.
It's a treat, and it's been an honor calling this game tonight. These teams well coached, they're tough, they're gritty, they do things the right way.
Hats off, teams.
There's a completion over the middle to Valdez. You know, this is a 0-6 now O'Connor football team, and I can't see how, because they played with talent, they played with passion, they played with fire, they played with intensity, and they're playing a very good football team in Brennan. There's another ball thrown to the outside. Big hit at the end of that play. Incomplete. And speaking of fire, I like the attitude of that young man, Dion Tovar, all night long. He's carrying the name Dion well with his attitude.
Indeed. Just making me think about a tea time tomorrow. So he just teed off.
.248 left. Ryder Dorn trying to get his team in the end zone one more time. Fires over the middle again. Got big Locke down there. Will Locke with a big catch, and there was a big collision at the end of that play. And I think two Brennan Bears hit each other. That was a big collision at the end of that play. Good to see the young man getting up into his knees at least.
Yeah, and it was
Cody Phillips.
A lot of bravery by 15
Oh,
too,
my fault.
right? When
Yeah.
you talk about catching that ball in heavy traffic and living to tell about it, had to go up high, and then, yeah, we just had two guys from Brennan kind of angling into each other. Side swipe.
Cody, excuse me, I keep saying Cody Phillips. He's 19 on the other side. That's Jesus Contreras who's down. He just came down awkwardly. He's okay. He's up on his feet, walking off under his own power. That's good to see. It'll be another countywide service company first down for the Panthers. The ball's now spotted at the 40-yard line of Brennan, and you know they're going to go with pace here. You know they still get on the scoreboard here. They bring Valdez in motion, and they're going to. He turned up like an arena ball player before the snap. They're going to get him for illegal man in motion or false start.
Offense, number 10, lined up offsides. 5-yard penalty. First down.
He meant defense, number 10. No, they knocked it back. Okay, so just number 10 just lined up offside. Here's Dorn under pressure. Going to be slung down for a sack way back at the 40-yard line. Dylan Avalos making a play.
Yeah, just a junior, and they overloaded that side of the ball. Avalos just man playing that ball. Wow.
He's a big kid too. You can look at him here. It's time for our Beluga Air collision of the game. Had lots to choose from tonight. What did the truck come up with? Tovar causing that fumble early in the football game. The hit right at the sideline, jarred and loose. Dion Tovar. That is our Beluga whale of a collision of the game.
Yeah, well played, fellas. That was a good one because that guy was playing like a heat-seeking missile right there. And unfortunately for O'Connor on that play, the ball didn't get shot out of bounds. It stayed in the field of play. And that was coming off a play where they were going to be moving the chains.
I'll keep the uniforms are short and sweet tonight because we've done these before so many times. It's just a big thumbs up to both. Good colors, good schemes, good jersey numbers, good font styles, good helmets. Bubble screen to Valdez, goes down low to get it. Cuts it up the middle, he's still on his feet. Cross midfield down to the 45-yard line. And you can tell he's a special athlete.
Yeah, without question, right? I mean, everybody in the ballpark knows who's getting the ball.
and yet every play seems like he's open.
O'Connor has good stripes on their pants. That's a good pant stripe. The only problem I've had, and I told Steve Baser this, don't make me read on your pants stripe. Brennan going sideways. Put a stripe on there, not letters. That's the only criticism I have, is the Brennan on the side of the thigh. It's time for our Ron Hoover RV and Marine play of the night. And boy, we had lots of them, but this was a huge one. Critical part of the ball game when Mekhi Thompson broke that tackle and took off down the sideline for the touchdown. Kind of broke open the momentum that O'Connor had carried into the second half. That's our Ron Hoover RV and Marine play of the night.
And I was really impressed with Roy Bustamante on that play. I know he didn't make it, but man, that kid can fly. He looked like, you know, he was just lasered in on that play and zoomed in out of nowhere. He just got there a little too quickly and, you know, wasn't really thinking about wrapping up. He went for the home run hit. But, you know, that just goes to show you how well and how hard these teams have been playing all night.
It's 4th down and 20 now for O'Connor after that, big loss, 3rd down. It'll be 3rd down and 20. They're really last ditch play of the night for them. Dorn heaving it up there. That's going to be picked off by Tovar. Dion Tovar's thinking of housing it. I know that kid. He's turning on the Jets too. Tovar coming all the way across this side to make the tackle. And an interception for Tovar. That'll do it, as the Brennan Bears will take knees now and put this game away. Victors here in a big district battle. Dion Tovar's done just about everything else tonight.
Yeah, I'm just glad nothing happened to his arm on that play. I was thinking, ooh. Be careful. You're making a play to end the game, but yeah, he's not thinking like me. You're right. He was thinking about one thing and one thing only once he got the ball.
All district last year as a junior. Very good chance he will repeat that feat this year with the way he's played tonight. He would be a player of the game candidate if not for the exploits of that man right there tonight.
Now, these are huge wins in league play, right? You go from, if O'Connor wins this game, then it's really jumbled up with everybody other than Harlan at this point. And now Brennan has really made a nice inside move to that 2-hole spot in 29-6A. And again, you know, this was a slugfest all night long, but whatever Coach Baser said at halftime, his team took heed and really, really finished this game off in the second half.
Closer than the score indicates. 42-23 your final tonight. Steve Baser and David Molesky in another great District 29 6A battle between Brennan and O'Connor, as is always the case. And when we come back, we will hand out the hardware. We'll give the game trophy to Coach Steve Baser, and we will find out who the player of the game is. Matt Roy with the victorious Brennan Bear team. I'm sure they're happy to be the victor. Last time on TNL just a couple weeks ago, they lost a good one to Harlan where they could have won that one as well. We'll be back to give out the post-game trophies when we come back.
Tonight's broadcast of Thursday Night Lights is sponsored by Taco Cabana, the Gomez Law Firm, Steel North Star Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, Centro Med, Enroll SA, Countywide Service Company, Dr. Drake Sleep Solutions, Christus Children's. San Antonio Sports, Valero. San Antonio Metropolitan Health District, Vietnam Army Grunt Museum. Beluga Air, Rhino Roofers, Texas Kidney Foundation. Air and Plumbing Today, Ron Hoover RV and Marine, Harlandale Independent School District, San Antonio Zoo, and Monarch Trophy Studio. Welcome to the Taco Cabana Thursday Night Lights postgame show, presented by the Gomez Law Firm.
Welcome back. 42-23, our final time for our Harlandale Independent School District game highlights, and what a game it was. Expecting Brennan to come out firing, they did just that. Malik White going 35 yards, made it 7-0 Brennan. And then O'Connor answered. Ryder Dorn made it 7-7. Then he put him on top. Dorn with a touchdown, made it 14-7. Here come the Bears. Jason Love on a touchdown reception. So many great athletes. Love, one of the best. He went in to put him up big, and then O'Connor starts fighting back. A 49-yard field goal. Just an amazing, one of the plays of the night. That was our play of the night right there. Mekhi Thompson, no quit. Into Panthers, Dorn going up top, and then White kind of put it away right here, streaking down the sideline for that touchdown. And it was all over. Fighting his way in was Glass. He wanted to get his name on the board, but Love, Thompson, Glass, White, so many weapons for the Brennan Bears, and they are the victors tonight. They're standing by with our Matt Roy.
Yeah, Don, I'm standing by with the victorious Brennan Bears. Good job, guys. Congratulations. And we got some hardware to give out and some tickets to the San Antonio Zoo. So where's Mr. Malik White? Hey. All right. So we got the Monarch Trophy for Mr. 9 rushes, 132 yards, 2 touchdowns right here. And like I said, we also got 4 tickets to the San Antonio Zoo for you as well. You're going to the zoo, my man. All right, guys, hold on. All right. I got questions for you. Wait. You can go anytime except for tomorrow. You got school. So,
Let him talk.
So you guys were tied up at halftime. Mm-hmm. What did Coach say? And leave out the words we can't say.
We got to go out there and finish it. We got to finish it. We got to get them out of here. That's what he said.
You guys also ran all over him in the second half. You started completing it in the red zone. What was that? What are you guys attributing that to, and how's that going to propel you the rest of the season?
We're just going to keep running that rock, man. We're going to keep running that rock down the field. Keep throwing it. My boy Caden go do some good passes. We're going to keep running.
All right, my man. Well, congratulations. Coach, let's bring it up here. Hold on. All right, Coach. Well, first, let me give this to you. They seem excited, so we're going to do this. We're going to, here's the trophy, guys. Somebody grab that trophy. Usually that's last, but So, Coach, you started out today with a hat. It's gone. You started out today with a voice. It's probably gone too. But you know what you got is a win. How'd you guys come out and get that win in the second half?
Well, we eliminated mistakes, and that's been our problem the whole year in terms of, lack of execution and or mistakes, and we generally fixed that in the second half, and it kind of played out, in our favor for that reason. So I'm glad that we adjusted at halftime. I'm glad the kids adjusted at halftime, played better in the second half. Again, way cut down on mistakes, way executed higher, and that's what happens when you play winning football. So second half was really good from that perspective, and I'm glad we were able to clean it up, and that's just what we got to do moving forward when we run the ball and throw it, give it to 33 or now and all that stuff.
And Coach, when I asked you yesterday what you guys had to do the rest of the season, you said the goal is 7-1 in district, but you want to go 1-0 each week. You went 1-0 this week. What's the key to going 1-0 again next week?
We just got to play like we did in the second half the whole game. We keep either making mistakes in first and second half or a half. We haven't played a complete game yet. It's 5 weeks in the season. It's time to play a complete game. If we do that, we're really good. If we don't do that, it gets interesting. So hopefully we can handle our business for 4 quarters next week.
Well, Coach, when we had you on against Harlan, I wanted to give you the game ball in the 15th anniversary one, but I wasn't able to. Now I am, so congratulations.
Awesome. Thanks so much.
Congratulations, guys. Congratulations. Yeah. Usually our kids are not very excited.
Steve Baser, one of the very best. The Brennan Bears victorious tonight. When we come back, we'll preview next week's game, which appears to be one that could be just as good. 42-23 our final. We're coming back to wrap it up next.
All right, guys, back at Dub Ferry Stadium with the player of the game and his quarterback. How you guys going to celebrate, my man?
Man, we got to go to the San Antonio Zoo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Send it back up to you guys.
All right, you got to find a couple more people to go with you. You get 4 tickets. We're going to Braunfels next week. Steel at the Unicorns. You know what that means, Chuck?
Mrs. Streety's Cookies.
Mrs. Streety's chocolate chip and sea salt Mexican vanilla cookies. Oh my goodness, the diet is off. Next Thursday night, Steel, a very good football team, ranked in our TNL top 10, and we are looking forward to that. Well, the executive producer of TNL is Dean Radler. For Chuck McIntyre here in the booth, Matt Roy down on the sidelines, our statistician extraordinaire Mark Kusenberger, and for Brian Watts and his entire crew in the truck running the cameras, and the man, it makes it go, our producer Chris Kotfitz. It's his show. We're just living in it. We're back next week on Taco Cabana Thursday Night Lights.